Welcome to the world of masks. These aren't just decorations, they're Nuo masks. Legendary masks said to hold magical powers. Put one on, and you gain the power to communicate with the spirits.
In ancient China, people wore these masks to perform Nuo opera, praying for good fortune and warding off evil. It's the oldest form of Chinese drama and passed down from prehistoric times. In this week, I'm visiting a master of Nuo Mask, uncover the secrets behind these faces, and make my own mask. Are you ready? Come and join my trip.
After a 4-hour drive, in the middle of nowhere, we finally found the master's workshop. It's hidden inside a spacious warehouse.
哎，你好。哎呦，好大。
He vanished right after saying hi. I spent quite a while looking at the masks and wait for some kickoff. But he was actually tucked away at the workbench behind the main hall, fully focused on carving a mini Nuo mask. So, meet the master, Mr. Wang. He is a certified master of national intangible cultural heritage, who has been making Nuo masks for 30 years. He will be my shifu for this journey. He's going to show me how to turn a simple log into a magical mask. But before we get to the wood, step 1. He handed me his secret sketchbook and told me to design my very own mask character. You're probably thinking, as a content creator, using AI to whip up a design would be a piece of cake, right? Well, apparently, the AI has a very unique definition of goals. It kept spitting out these weird-looking masks.
Later.
After an hour of wrestling with the prompts, I finally got a look I'm happy with. I sketched it onto A4 paper. Felt good and cannot wait to hear feedbacks from master. Lots of suggestions. Clearly, experience beats algorithms. He picked a log for me and told me to transfer the soul of the drawing directly onto the wood. This is my first time drawing on wood. Once you swap paper for timber, the friction against the pen tip changes completely. Knowing this is the soul of my future mask makes me even more nervous and way slower. And just like that, our hardcore woodworking journey officially begins. I put my head down and grinded away. By the time I finished the layout, the sun was already setting. Alright, that's a wrap for day 1 of the mask challenge. My back is killing me. See you tomorrow! Day 2 is a rainy one, but I'm weirdly excited. I guess it's because today, we finally get to make the first cut. Not bad, right? I feel like I'm just a tiny step away from making a masterpiece. I handed it over with high hopes, but the master just stared at it. For a long time, I felt this teacher-checking homework kind of pressure. Clearly, there were issues. Lots of them. He whipped out a ruler and started redrawing. Finally, after a long silence, the master fired up the electric saw. Wood chips started flying everywhere as he traced the lines to cut the rough outline. The saw is out, the handwork is in, a few light knocks, and the wood suddenly has a shape. My turn. But for the safety of my mask, I started on a scrap board. After some frantic pounding, the mask wasn't shaped, but my hands were definitely stuck in vibration mode. 1 hour later, master stepped in and started for a demonstration. I cannot believe the tiny knife in his hand is more precise than my pen, and it's in 3 dimensions. Watching the left half of the mask take shape under his hands, I was literally speechless. His hands moved like a 3D printer, precise and efficient. In just 50 minutes, he finished carving the left side of the mask. Alright, now it's my turn. Well, it's obvious. The right-hand side made by myself, it's a little bit different from the master's work on the left-hand side. Yeah? Alright, take a look. On the left, we have the master's work, bold, 3D, and practically breathing. On the right, we have mine, which looks like a bored plank of wood struggling to exist. Luckily, I got Master to hold my back. He started to modify, or should we say, balance the left and right. It was like watching him force two completely different worlds to finally make peace. Now this mask looks way more harmonious. What do you think? I got up early the next day and filled up with this delicious pancake stuffed with spicy minced meat. This xiaobing tastes so good. But when I arrived at the workshop, I saw the master burning something. My first thought was, damn, is he destroying my poor mask because it's too ugly? But I soon realized my mask was perfectly fine. He'd even started refining the details. Master, you're a lifesaver. I felt a bit different this morning. After yesterday's struggle, I think I finally caught the vibe. Is it possible that I'm actually a natural-born wood carving genius?
I just broke the frame of the eye of this left eye.
Apparently not. I totally messed up the eye socket. This is the hard part about reality. There's no Ctrl+Z to undo your mess.
I found the piece.
Any tiny slip-up means, well, calling Master for help. With the modern magic, instant glue, I'm saved again. Master suggested that for fine details, controlling the blade by hand instead of with a hammer gives you better leverage. Look how accurate he is. It's hard to believe this was just a block of wood yesterday. Clearly, this mask is way too heavy to wear right now. We need to cut some weight. Master used a brilliant and slightly violent method I never imagined, sewing gaps, knocking them out, and carving the rest by hand. Look at that. We cleared out the entire back in no time. Can you believe it? I actually hollowed this out from a raw log with my own two hands. Finally, the step that gives it a soul, painting. I thought this would be the easiest part, just color, dry, repeat. So easy, right? Until I hit the details. These eyebrows and patterns were literally testing my nerves. I redid them so many times, but they just wouldn't cooperate. Fine, time to call the cheat code again. Master Wang! Watching his brush dance like a dragon on the mask, I was completely blown away. Master led me to his workbench. He insisted on applying the protective paint himself. Watching him crouched by the chair, so deeply focused, it hit me these 4 intense days were finally coming to a close. After painting, he carefully attached the elastic strap and tried the mask himself. He turned toward me and asked, "How does it look?" In that split second, the mask looked so vivid, so majestic. For the first time, I felt like this face had truly come to life. It's true, it is because of the dedication of craftsmen like him, this ancient treasure survives and continues to reach the world today. So, take a look at my mask in the end. I can hardly believe that in just 4 days, I turned a raw log into this vivid piece of art. As a total rookie, I owe it all to Master's patience and guidance for making this a reality. And that's where our story ends. In this little workshop, I've completed my first ever wood carving from sketch, and meet Master Wang, this respected craftsman. Alright my friend, see you next video. Bye.